Formula One. 20 of the world's best drivers in the fastest cars ever to put rubber to tarmac, doing battle over 24 brutal and exhilarating races spread across 5 continents. Drama and action, thrills and spills, teamwork and individual brilliance, jubilation and heartbreak. F1 has it all.
This is so intense.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's spectacular. Quite simply the greatest motorsport series on the planet. And this is your ultimate guide to the 2025 season. There are 10 teams, known as Constructors, who compete in Formula One, each entering a pair of cars. 2 championship trophies are on offer for the best team and for the leading driver. The season is comprised of 24 races, known as Grand Prix, held between March and December in 21 different countries spread across the globe, on a mixture of purpose-built racetracks and temporary street circuits, which test the drivers' incredible skill and endurance and their amazing machines' speed, stability and competitiveness. A standard weekend comprises practice sessions on Friday and Saturday, where cars are tested and drivers get to know the circuit, followed by a qualifying competition, a time-limited shootout in which drivers aim to set the fastest single lap, which is then used to organise the starting grid for the main event, Sunday's Grand Prix.
The Chinese Grand Prix is underway!
The top 10 finishers in each race are awarded points, 25 for the winner, down to a single one for 10th spot. There are also 6 shorter races spread across the season, known as sprints. 100-kilometre dashes contested on the Saturday before a Grand Prix, bringing more competition for fans and drivers, with extra points on offer to the top 8 finishers. If a team gets 2 drivers in the points, then both will score for their team in the Constructors' title race. However, the drivers compete individually for their championship, which can lead to some interesting inter-team rivalries. We've seen some ding-dong battles over the years, especially when 2 fast drivers are given equally quick cars, and both want that Grand Prix victory. As the saying goes, 2 into 1 won't go.
And he's going to go out! Oh my goodness!
F1 cars are fast, very fast. You've heard the term goes like a rocket. Well, these beasts pull more G-force through the bends than your average spaceship does taking off. Drivers go through rigorous training regimes, building up muscle mass and learning pressure resistance techniques to help combat the incredible strain these races take on the body. During a grueling Grand Prix, a driver can lose litres of water in sweat and leave the cockpit several kilograms lighter, feeling as though they've been through 12 rounds with a heavyweight boxer. So, who are the drivers willing to put themselves through this? And who are the people designing and constructing these monumental machines? Last year's drivers' champion was Max Verstappen, who competes for one of F1's British-based teams, Red Bull. Max is a modern phenomenon. Since bursting onto the scene just after his 17th birthday, he's racked up 63 Grand Prix wins to date and 4 World Championship crowns. Even last year, driving a seemingly inferior car to his rivals in the latter part of the season, he still wrapped up the title with races to spare. Liam Lawson will pilot the second car for the team. He's not quite a rookie. The New Zealander drove in 6 Grand Prix last term, scoring points in 2 of them and 5 races in the season before that. The person in charge, known as the team principal, is Christian Horner, who's led the Red Bull Racing organisation since 2005, during which they've bagged 6 constructor crowns and their drivers have taken 8 individual titles. Verstappen isn't the only world champion on the grid. There's a couple more, and one of those towers above them all. Lewis Hamilton, the most successful driver in F1 history. 7 times King of the World, Lewis made a huge decision for this year. After 12 seasons with Mercedes, he's moved to F1's most decorated team. Ferrari. Partnered by Charles Leclerc, himself a multiple Grand Prix winner, the Italian outfit have high hopes this year. Team boss Fred Vasseur has led a renaissance for the once mighty Mark, who came very close to clinching the Constructors' Championship last season. Sadly for their fans, known as the Tifosi, they were thwarted by another of F1's legendary teams.
Lando Norris wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
McLaren are the reigning Constructors' champions. The outfit, based in Woking, UK, are the second oldest active team after Ferrari. Last season, their drivers, Brit Lando Norris and Australia's Oscar Piastri, clocked up 6 Grand Prix victories and 13 podiums between them. The form team in terms of in-season development last year, CEO Zach Brown and team principal Andreas Stella will be hoping to keep that momentum going and see one of their drivers take the individual title. With Hamilton moving on, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff had some big shoes to fill. He's gambling on one of the 5 rookies joining the fray this year, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, to help the Silver Arrows return to their former glory days. The 18-year-old Italian, touted as a future world champion in some quarters, will partner multiple race-winning British driver George Russell. Aston Martin finished 5th last season, albeit quite a way back from the leading 4 teams. They have 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso on the roster. No driver has more Grand Prix starts than the Spaniard, with over 400. He'll continue to partner Canadian Lance Stroll, son of team owner Lawrence. Aston recently opened a state-of-the-art factory and wind tunnel at their Silverstone UK base, which no doubt helped them lure one of the greatest car designers in F1 history to the team, Adrian Newey. Looking after the day-to-day running of the operation is Andy Cowell, himself a veteran engineer with multiple championship successes on his CV. They'll be hoping to be closer to the top end this year. There were some tight fights in the midfield in 2024, and we can expect more of the same this year. Alpine were best of the rest. The French team, formerly known as Benetton and Renault, under which names they scored their greatest successes in the past, are another outfit giving a rookie a go. Long-time academy driver Jack Doohan gets a boost to the big seat. The Aussie speedster will partner Frenchman Pierre Gasly, starting his 9th season in motorsport's top echelon. Calling the shots is 37-year-old Oliver Oakes, the second youngest team principal in F1 history. All change on the driver front at Haas, Formula One's only American team. Boss Ayo Komatsu has brought race winner Esteban Ocon over from Alpine. The French driver's experience will no doubt aid rookie Ollie Behrman, who takes the other seat. The 18-year-old Briton super subbed several times last year, scoring points for 2 different teams in his first 2 starts, a unique record. Red Bull have a sister team competing, Racing Bulls, under the same ownership, but who operate independently from their base in Faenza, Italy. Leading their challenge is team principal Laurent Mekies. His lineup includes Japanese driver Yuki Tsunoda, beginning his 5th season with the outfit, and the runner-up in last year's Formula 2 championship, Isaac Hadjar. There were 2 teams, with names very familiar to long-term F1 fans, who languished a little last term. One of those was Williams, who finished 9th out of 10 in 2024, a far cry from their 1980s and 90s heyday, when they were one of the sport's most successful teams. Head honcho James Vowles is banking on experience to help the British team regain ground, signing ex-Ferrari man and multiple Grand Prix winner Carlos Sainz to partner Alex Albon, the 28-year-old Thai driver now a veteran of more than 100 starts in F1. Bottom of the pile last season and in need of a real kick are Sauber. The Swiss team recently changed ownership and will become Audi F1 next year. With one eye on that future, they've signed experienced German driver Nico Hülkenberg and will also give the reigning Formula 2 champion Gabriel Bortoleto a chance to shine beside him. 2 former rivals have joined forces to run the operation, ex-Ferrari boss Mattia Binotto and former Red Bull sporting director Jonathan Wheatley. So what does it take for one of the above to win an F1 Grand Prix? Elbows out, get past the others, and cross the line first, right? Maybe. But to keep this high-speed, technically sophisticated, and potentially dangerous sport safe for all,
red flag, I'm in the middle of a track.
There are rules, regulations, and protections in place, with a team of experts known as the stewards who oversee the running of every race. Here's an overview of what you could see during the coming season. If the track becomes unsafe, either because of an obstruction, such as a broken down car or debris on the circuit, the race can be neutralised without calling a halt to proceedings by the use of a safety car. This can be an actual vehicle driven at a regulated pace, behind which all the drivers on track must follow, or it can be employed figuratively, a practice known as virtual safety car. Either way, the cars must slow down and not overtake each other. Failure to abide by safety car rules is a serious infringement, which can result in time penalties and even disqualification in the most extreme cases. Important information can be relayed from the stewards to the drivers via a system of flags waved by the trackside marshals. Here's an outline of a few you might see. Yellow flags. Take care, obstruction ahead, usually a broken down car or debris on the track. Red flags. Race or session suspended. Return to the pits until further notice for when the track is undrivable. Blue flags, move aside, faster car coming. Used in qualifying sessions to keep things fair, and during races telling lapped cars they must clear the way for race leaders to get past. Black and white flags, like a yellow card in football, a warning to drivers that an offence has been noted. Black and orange flags, return to the garage immediately, usually because a car has been damaged or released in an unsafe manner. The fault needs to be rectified before continuing. And the flag that no driver wants to see, the black one, which indicates disqualification and is used only in the most extreme cases of dangerous driving or technical non-compliance.
And that means that Schumacher's race is over.
There's a punishment system for those who break the rules, ranging from warnings and reprimands to time penalties, grid drops, and even race bans. The most frequently dished out are the 5 and 10-second time penalties, usually for causing an accident, forcing another driver off the track, or joining the circuit in an unsafe manner. You'll see penalised cars sitting static in their pit boxes while the allotted time ticks away, the engineers unable to touch them for the designated period. Less often implemented are the drive-through and stop-go penalties, where cars are forced to drive slowly through the pit lane or even come to a halt, breaking their race momentum and often costing them places. Drivers can be issued with a reprimand. Accrue 4 of these in a season, and you're looking at a grid drop for the next race. And like in the real world, you can also get points on your driving license. 12 will get you at least a 1 race ban. But if they get it right, the rewards can be huge. Formula One is unpredictable, and anyone could potentially win a race.
Can't you believe what we're seeing?
But the season is long, and the best always rise to the top. Last year, 7 different drivers won Grand Prix, and all of them did it more than once. It was frequently frantic, with the tightest margins in modern memory.
Is it late again? Is it great again?
We witnessed incredible duels and fierce fights. Friendships were tested and rivalries renewed. New heroes emerged, and old ones rolled back the years, and it culminated in a title fight that went down to the wire.
The moment that changes the World Championship.
This year promises to be even better. The cars will be more competitive, and the drivers more determined. It all starts in Melbourne on the 14th of March. You won't want to miss a lap.